I am glad you're here. Welcome to Rich Liberation. In today's video, I'm going to help you master money so that you can become rich and liberated. I will be discussing some important topics such as what is money? What are the characteristics of money? What is the function of money? What are the traits of money? And of course, we will chat about how it's being used in the past, present, and future. I think it is important to touch on this because we all work a third of our lives just to earn and save money. Invest money, spend money, give it away, or unfortunately, in some cases, lose it. And in today's economy, your money does not go very far. So let's talk about money and how it was used in the past. Now, if you're an American, or you've primarily used just American dollars, then that's pretty much all you've been used to for your entire life. However, money is just a medium of exchange and it has three different functions. For example, money used to be salt, money used to be seashells, money used to be bartering for goods and services. Money used to be a variety of things in our past. And they all had these three characteristics. Number one, money is a store of value. So that means that if you earn $50 today, it's going to hold its value for a long time, and you are not forced to spend it because you know that in a month from now, or in a year from now, it will still hold the same value. Number two is that money is a unit of account. So a unit of account means that you can think of money as kind of like a measuring stick or kind of like an equalizer that gives everything value. So say for example, I want to buy a truck and there's a gentleman that is selling trucks at your local dealership or wherever you want to buy a vehicle. And you offer to buy his truck by trading computers. Let's say you work in the computer industry and you have an abundance of computers and you want to trade 10 computers for that truck. Well, that person may not necessarily want to barter with your computers. He may not have a need for 10 computers, and he may not think that his truck is worth 10 computers. He may think it's more. Perhaps he feels his truck is more in alignment with the value of 30 computers. You see, money allows you to be an equalizer, kind of like a yardstick to measure amounts of units that we need to purchase something. Okay, so for example, if the truck is worth $10,000, can I take $10,000 from my bank and purchase that truck? And that person can then in turn use that $10,000 to do whatever they choose to do with it. Now, let's move on to number three. You see, money is a medium of exchange. And that is pretty much what enables us to trade, to barter, and to do commerce. So there you have it. That is pretty much what money allows us to do. This means that money is whatever we choose it to be. So in the United States of America, we have the American dollar. In Canada, they use the Canadian dollar. And of course, in the UK, they use the British pound, or whatever denomination of currency you are using in your country. So for example, if I want to go to the grocery store later today and purchase some steak, butter, and eggs, things that I need to buy at the grocery store, I'm pretty sure that my unit of count, my dollars, is going to be accepted at that grocery store. So those are the three functions of money. Store of value, meaning it's worth something. Unit of account, meaning it's divisible. And three is that it is a medium of exchange. So let's go into what money was and how it's evolved. Then finally, we'll end the video with the characteristics of money. Now that we have covered the three functions of money, let's talk about the different types of money that are out there. Okay, so you remember when I started the video by talking about how people used to trade salt as a medium of exchange. They used to trade seashells, all of those things we mentioned before in the video. Heck, they even traded cows. This is what was known as commodities. So this could even be gold or silver coins. It could be cows, it could be salt, it could be seashells that eventually evolved into what we now know and is a representative of money. We went from commodity money to representative money. Money that represents essentially is just a certificate or a token that can be exchanged for something of value, like an underlying commodity. So we went from gold to a gold coin to basically a dollar that you're familiar with today. Then in 1971, President Nixon took us off the gold standard, which turned your money into fiat money, no longer backed by gold. Fiat money is a Latin word that literally means let it be so. So it's basically an authority that the government opposes upon the people. As I mentioned before, every dollar in circulation used to be backed by something of value, such as gold. Whether it was gold, silver, or whatever else they used, in 1971, Richard Nixon did away with that and made money a fiat currency. So you just have to trust the government that your money will be worth something in the future. So literally, the paper in your wallet has value simply because the government says it does. Now, I don't want to go into all of the politics, but that's pretty much the fast evolution of money. So now, the most important part of this video is coming up, and we are going to go over 6 different characteristics of money. If you are finding value in this video so far, please consider subscribing, clicking that like button, comment below, and share with your friends, as we will have a lot more content coming your way soon. The 6 different characteristics of money are important parts of why I wanted to make this video for you. It is important to understand what type of money we are dealing with. Number 1 is durability. So durability is how long the money lasts. So for example, if you are paid in cows, a cow has a life expectancy and can die. Or if you are paid in fish, the fish could go bad. Whereas if you get paid in silver or gold coins, it can last for a very, very long time. So that's why gold, silver, and precious metals became very popular forms of money. And now the dollar, for the most part, paper and plastic money used today, well, it's pretty durable. Number 2 is portability. So if you want to use a cow as an example, people may use cows as a medium of exchange. However, they're not very portable. You can't just go to the store and take your cow with you and say, hey, you know what? I want to buy this candy bar, this bag of chips, and this bottle of pop. Please accept my cow in exchange. That simply would not be portable and a very easy medium of exchange. Number 3 is the divisibility. So how divisible is your money? Well, a cow can be used as money. It is not as easily divisible. You would need to go to the butcher and section it up, and that's not very practical in today's world. Today's money is much more divisible. You have coins, $5 bills, $10 bills, $20 bills, and so on. Now, number 4 is uniformity. So continuing with the earlier example of the cow, there's big cows, little cows, medium cows, etc. They are not consistent, whereas American bills or Canadian dollars are always going to be the same size. They're uniform in shape, size, weight, color, and so on. Things like that are much easier to transport. Today's money is uniform. Number 5 is limited. The reason why this is important is because something that is not limited in supply or that can be printed out of thin air, that means it is susceptible to inflation. For example, if you were to walk down the street and pick up gold, money needs to maintain its value by being limited. There needs to be a certain amount of effort performed to extract that gold or precious metal. Or another example may be mining Bitcoin. But now we have the Federal Reserve, and those things are printed pretty easily, so keep that in mind. And as a side note, did you know that the Federal Reserve is not federal and has no reserve? Something to think about. Now let's move on to the number 6 characteristic of money. The number 6 characteristic of money is acceptability. So this goes back to the example of basically, hey, if I go to the grocery store or to the local Walmart and I want to buy all of my items and give them a dollar bill that is recognizable and the money is acceptable. Simply put another way, the money is widely accepted and recognized. So I hope that gives you a very brief overview of what money is. That concludes today's video, and I hope you found it helpful. Please let us know if you have any questions in the comments section down below.